Welcome to An Alternate to You. I'm Hugh Anderson, and this has somewhat caught my attention recently. If you saw my video a while back, you remember I talked about Elizabeth Holmes and her fall from grace because of her magical blood testing machine. Well, a good friend of mine had a similar story that goes back to 1990, and I guess Elizabeth read the playbook. He was working for a very prominent and major manufacturer of consumer and professional electronics. I bet many of us had this equipment in our car stereos or home hi-fi systems. One division of the company was tasked with designing and prototyping for production of a compact, high-powered audio amplifier. At the time, any 2,000-watt professional audio amplifier were extremely bulky and could weigh 100 pounds or so. Top management was extremely pleased then when the division vice president gave a demonstration of a 2,000-watt power amplifier that was only 5 inches high and only weighed about 20 pounds. The demonstration went great until someone lifted the tablecloth and saw the big bulky 2,000-watt amplifier sitting under the table that was actually the amplifier doing the work. Now the VP and his chief engineer were escorted out of the building within 30 minutes. Now that's rich. A new study from Johns Hopkins University, I hope we can trust them, has concluded that global lockdowns have had a much more detrimental impact on society than they have produced any benefit, with researchers urging that they are ill-founded and should be rejected as a pandemic policy instrument. The authors wrote that, quote, while this meta-analysis concludes that lockdowns have had little to no public health effects, they have imposed enormous economic and social costs where they've been adopted, unquote. The focus of the study was to answer the question, did lockdowns reduce COVID deaths? The conclusion is no. The study also showed shelter-in-place orders were also ineffective. In a further analysis of lockdowns versus no lockdowns, face masks, closing non-essential businesses, which I hate that term because every business is essential. I don't care what they sell, people work there and are able to eat. Border closures, school closures, and limiting gatherings, the study also found no broad-based evidence of noticeable effects on COVID-19 mortality. The findings bolster a host of previous scientific findings that all conclude lockdowns are ineffective instruments of virus control and have actually caused more damage to people's health and well-being. Stanford University professor of medicine Jane Bhattacharya, excuse the mispronunciation, noted last year that in years to come, lockdowns will be looked back upon as the most catastrophically harmful policy in all of history. That's quite the indictment. Professor Richard Sullivan also warned that there will be more excess cancer deaths in the UK than total coronavirus deaths due to people's access to screenings and treatment being restricted as a result of the lockdown. As we also previously reported, academics from Duke, Harvard, and Johns Hopkins have concluded that there could be around 1 million excess deaths over the next 2 decades as a result of the lockdowns. So now let's move on to the stock market. 2022 has started out a little rocky in the stock market department. Volatility has begun to rise, and the major indices saw declines in January ranging from approximately 3 to 10%. It appears that this correction is barely registering in the valuation department. Get out your magnifying glasses, because up in the upper far right corner, you can see the massive destruction we've seen this month. Barely. According to Jesse Felder, more than 60 stocks in the S&P 500 index that traded more than 10 times sales. During the depths of the dot-com bust, after witnessing his own stock price plunge by more than 90%, Sun Microsystems' Scott McNealy famously suggested this degree of overvaluation was, quote, ridiculous, unquote. By then, the number of stocks trading above this hurdle had fallen from a peak of almost 50 to about a dozen. So if we are now seeing another bust in the most speculative segments of the stock market, it would appear it still has quite a ways to go. Now, in the 1991 movie Class Action with Gene Hackman, he plays a lawyer who takes on a class action lawsuit against an automaker after some cars explode. I can only wonder at how life imitates art. Axios reports that Tesla is recalling and updating the software for 53,822 of its cars using the full self-driving beta program because it may allow some models to conduct rolling stops at intersections, posing a safety risk. These so-called rolling stops are actually called California rolls of the non-sushi variety. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration said yesterday that Tesla's software update will disable the controversial feature which allowed some cars to roll through intersections with the stop signs instead of braking completely. The company said it was not aware of any warranty claims, field reports, crashes, injuries, or fatalities related to the software bug. Now, Tesla allows owners to choose among these driving profiles: chill, average, or assertive. That dictates how the car will behave in different scenarios. The assertive profile allows the car to perform rolling stops, follow other cars more closely, and swap lanes more frequently. Most of us don't need a computer to do that. So that's it for now. Look for more of us on social media and pass this along to a friend. It's what friends do. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.